Good morning. I'm going to speak about self-esteem and how we teach people to treat us. So, our self-esteem comes from how are we talking about ourselves? How are we talking to ourselves? And where does that come from? That comes from as we grow up, the humans in our life have either been disrespectful, or they've been really encouraging, or they've been somewhere on the spectrum. And also there's also experiences that could happen. So if there's very painful experiences that a young child cannot process, they could also make it mean something about them. When parents are dysregulated and parents don't know how to cope with a child, and the child is just being a child, then the parents' anger or frustration comes out, and the child's brain doesn't know any better but to make it mean something wrong about them, when actually there's nothing wrong with that child. There is a parent that's just dysregulated and has not dealt with their own stuff, which, by the way, parents, the biggest gift that you could give your children is to heal, and to make more space. So that way, when children are being children, no matter what age they're at, by the way, you have the resources within yourself to be a space of love and compassion for whatever it is that your human, your little human is going through, or your big human. What we do in coaching is we want to see what are the stories that you're telling yourself. What is the lines that you are saying? And every single thought creates a feeling in the body. So we just want to see what are the thoughts that you're having, and what is the main feelings that you're having. Because if you're used to making fun of yourself, if you're used to other people making fun of you, if you're used to family just being rude, or friends just making rude comments or rude remarks, I talked to a few people today, and it was just like, it reminded me of how you could just be in that cycle of just expecting people to treat you that way. And I just want to say there is a way to break that pattern. And it doesn't always feel good when we break any pattern, actually, because people are used to being a certain way. It's kind of like a default. It's like kind of a comfort. It's like, oh yeah, there's so and so, there she is. I used to do that all the time. I used to either make fun of myself, or I would just be used to the friends that I had would just, be it, whoa. Ah, they would just, it would be like I was here and they were here. Like they were just stronger personalities, and I just didn't have it together. I didn't have it going on, okay? So it was only when I made the internal shifts and I started having it going on, and I started to treat myself better, because I started to get well. I started to get healthier in my psyche, in my body. And as that happened, my self-esteem naturally grew. Also, from that place, I was taking different actions in my life, okay? From that place. So, then there is about changing patterns, okay? So you could always change a pattern. If you find that there is family or friends or any situation where you're not feeling so good about it, or the way that it is, like, you actually could just call it out. You could actually, but it has to be from a place of love for yourself. Like, that's how this will be received and actually have changes, because as you change the way you talk to yourself, and when you start recognizing that you are worthy and your self-worth is not actually up for debate, okay? The fact that you were created is worthiness. That's like a given, okay? How you treat yourself is the energy in which you are allowing another human to interact with you, okay? So first we change our thoughts, we change the way we feel about ourselves, and then as we have friends, sometimes we actually, I want to say elevate out of the friendships, but I'll just say it. I don't have another word to say right now. But sometimes we grow out of out of certain friendships because we've outgrown them. And the family is usually there. So no matter what, you're still going to be able to have that relationship with yourself, change that relationship. And then as things come up, you can always gently say something, but it's as if it's from a place of love for yourself. Like if you had your own child or your own daughter, your own son that was interacting with these people, how would you want to say, like, oh, excuse me, I didn't deserve that. I actually had to say that as I was changing my patterns, is that I don't actually deserve that. And then they made fun of me. They're like, oh, you don't deserve it. And I said, no, I don't. I said, please stop. Just please stop. They stopped. And there was a respect that was in the place of me being afraid of that person making fun of me. That, my friends, is how we teach people how to treat us. Change the internal dialogue, gently correct the external dialogue. And you can be in touch with me if you have any questions or you want support with doing this.